Good morning, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. It is July 10th, 2014. It's a Thursday, and stock futures are tumbling. They are tumbling. We're at session lows here. It's about 2 hours and 15 minutes before the market's going to open, and it's going to be a bloody open. As we had stocks rallying yesterday, we got over the 197 level on the SPY. We closed at about 197.17, and right now we're at 195.25, something like that, almost $2 lower, which is a significant drop. We haven't seen futures drop like this before market open in quite some time, all of 2014 for sure. We've got the problems over in Europe again. Earnings, lumber liquidators. Certainly Alcoa earnings didn't hurt things yesterday. Alcoa was up almost 6%, and the trend remains up for that name. You can see it busting out, up 5.66%. With small caps, after hitting their highs at the 121 level, almost 121, has done nothing but really pull back, absent just a little bit of a bounce. We hit 121, 120, I thought it was closer to 121. We were pretty close. You can see we've pulled back. We're back in this channel. Could this possibly mean we're going to head back to 107 and stay in this consolidating channel for quite some time? Or does that mean I have to move this channel? There we go. How does that look now? So we could be back in that yo-yo kind of consolidation phase, which has kind of sucked. Although I'll have to say, even though I'm not positioned for another move to the downside, I would say that I enjoy when stocks move places instead of that mundane kind of melt-up action, which is great if you're in the right individual name that moves. But we're going to get a sharp decline down to about this 195.25 level, and we can look at support right here at about 194.25, which is only 10 days ago we hit it. Although prices are pulling back, a mere 2 weeks ago we were at this level, so it's not like the market is suddenly crashing. We're just pulling back a little bit. And it's good to have a little volatility in this market. It makes a good opportunity to trade out of the money stock options when you got stocks moving and shaking, baby. Amazon is under support. You can see it briefly broke above it and looked like possible some sort of cup and handle formation. But we're under this long-term support resistance line. And the resistance is working so far. And look for a possible move back down to the 305 level. I was in the calls earlier this week. I exited yesterday, and this looks kind of weak. Of course, I'm going to look like a genius when the market opens because it's down 1% just about, and it's going to drag Amazon with it in the early hours of trade. And LinkedIn as well. We're going to find support here at this 147 level. It goes back, if you pull up a long-term chart for LinkedIn, it goes all the way back to August 2011, the summer 3 years ago. This former resistance line finally broke through at the start of 2013. It hasn't really looked back, LinkedIn, but here we are. Looks somewhat bearish here on the short-term and long-term chart. CRM as well. CRM tried to break out recently, Now looks like a possible head and shoulders topping pattern is forming. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Bring us down to the neckline at 50. We will see 42.50 if that does indeed happen. How about the bond market? Bonds rallied a little bit along with stocks yesterday, and you can see we're resting right here. We're resting right at this long-term trend line. However, if you look at this chart, take the lines away, and you say, all right, look at this. This looks like a nice flag. Look at this. I mean, you can almost put stars and stripes on it, or a hammer and a chisel, blue and white stripes, whatever you want to put on it. It's a flag. That's what it looks like to me, and it implies higher prices. And what's going to bring that about? Of course, lower interest rates overseas is going to help push people into the bond market here in the U.S., regardless of what the stock market does. And I think it'll be interesting coming into today. You know, we had that bounce. We had the Fed minutes come out. It's kind of like another boring day. 0.45% higher. But we do get a pullback. We'll see if we can find support right here in the 2-day. Certainly just slow, monotonous action, but if you look from a long term, we're going to have a nice red candle to open the trading session. I haven't seen one. I guess we did have a big red candle in April, the tech wreck of 2014, and we resolved much higher prices. So we'll see if we get a couple red candles here. And guess what? We're going to resolve. I'm telling you, I told you at the start of the week, that $200 level, just too close to not hit for the S&P 500, the SPY. A couple other stocks, looking at Caterpillar, which remains, bring the drawing up here. Look at where we closed, just about 110. We're down a little bit lower than this morning, as pretty much every other stock is. Again, this 110 level on the long-term chart for Caterpillar is acting as either a launch pad or it's going to really see a sharp decline. We did briefly launch above it last week. Now we're stuck, clinging to it, and if we don't break out above this level soon, I'm thinking we're going to head back down to the $100 level, but we'll see. I'm leaning still towards that push above, but this morning's action is not helping things. U.S. Steel, look at this break above long-term, 7-year trend line. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it goes back 7 years. No, it only goes back 4.5. Good one. But you can see it's breaking out. See that candle? And I think U.S. Steel, regardless of what happens today, is heading back over $30 a share. And you can see even this consolidation pattern. If we pull back down to the 26.50 level today, maybe tomorrow we bounce. You can see the difficulty trading out of the money stock options that expire in a week is, look at the action we've had just this week alone. And whoop, whoop, whoop. Let me just go from a longer term and then zoom in just to make it a little more clear. I mean, one day we're up, one day we're down. Very rare that we get 2 consecutive down days. To go back to the middle of May was the last time we really had 2 consecutive down days, and then we bounce, 1 down day, and continue up. So any kind of trend, if you're trading for downside, usually gets bought. And even after we had that weakness on Tuesday, we had a recovery intraday, and then yesterday we were higher. So it makes it difficult to trade for weakness. What I've been doing recently, just kind of trading light, not getting into any positions, and we're getting a little bit of bounce here on futures. Look at the S&P 500 futures here, just a little bit ago. I'm getting a little bit of a bounce. But just trading it light, because until I get some sort of trend, there's no sense kind of getting caught off guard, as a lot of the longs are going to get caught off guard this morning. So, all right, UBB, I'll see you in the chat room at optionmillionaires.com. Nonetheless, it's going to be a volatile day. Ooh, well, stocks are going to move in a large fashion today. I sound like the people on the news shows. Wow, Bob, what do you think about the market today? Well, I think we're going to have some big moves in a lot of the big names out there. There's going to be some heavy selling, and guess what? There's going to be buyers out there as well. It sounds like, wow, what do you think about today's action? Are you a buyer here? Well, I'll tell you what, Sandra, I was buying a couple days ago, and then I went net neutral on the coal miners, because it's summertime and there's not a lot of coal being put into these furnaces, and the steam engines for the trains just don't run so much in the summer. Anyway, all right. I'll have to start my own little TV show, and we'll just post it during times of market weakness. Hey, what do you think about the market today, UPB? Well, the market, I'll tell you what it's telling me here, okay? It was telling me when I was sleeping last night, whispering in my ear, and the market was this is what it was telling me, okay? It was giving me 35 reasons why I like this stock market in 2023, okay? That's what it was telling me. Who cares about the stock market now, right? And by the way, I am net short Cambodia, and I just went long the Indonesian dollar at in yen terms squared divided by 3 to the ratio of 16,000, if you know what I mean. All right, that's enough. PB, I'll see you in the chat room at optionmillionaires.com. Everyone have a fabulous trading day. Congratulations. Any of you who are brave enough to get into the bearish positions via puts. And I'll probably be stepping up my game a little bit here as we get the market heating up. And we got, what was today? Thursday, Friday. We got 2 days left for the trading session. Weekly options are expiring in a couple weeks. It's going to be fun. UPB. OptionMillionaires.com. Goodbye.